All right, and you're live.
All right. So, what is going on, everyone? My name is SloaTheDemon. I'm just going to check that real quick. Okay.
We just got a donation. Can I read it quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we got $10 from Sex Rex saying 10 to the swear jar from Sex Rex, and it's going towards naming something Daddy. Not sure what, because speedrun.com site sucks for seeing that, but yeah.
Yeah. But hello everyone. My name is SloaTheDemon. This is Crosscode 80%. So something it's practically become almost tradition now with me to kind of talk about the run here. So this game has been out for a little less than a year, but it has gone through some insane changes. At least the 80% route has, and with the glitches and such that have been found in this game. So this. When I came here, the world record was currently about 3 hours. About the most they found was some cool tech, like movement tech and stuff like that. And then someone came in with this glitch, known as the menu glitch. I can turn on the mic. There we go. But anyway, they came up with the menu glitch, which cut the time down by about an hour and a half, and then, or about an hour, and then some new discoveries with it. After messing around with it, brought it down to about an hour and 20, and then we found a new recent glitch that has cut down the time from about 120 to about 38 minutes. So this run has come actually a very, very long way. So without further ado, I guess best thing to say is let's just jump right into it. So time.
Yeah, just give me a countdown whenever you're ready.
All right. So timing starts on new game here. So in 3, 2, 1, let's get to it. So here, kind of like the game's just tutorials, teaching you stuff like that. You're learning the basics mechanics of this game. This is probably the hardest part, I would say, of 80%. And not even because it's really hard, it's just kind of tricky to be optimal with it. Because it's like, you can just, these guys are a bit slippery. So it's just pretty easy to just do the strat and then just slip right past you, and you're like, dang. So timer key, rip. Alright. Okay, so as you see, the fastest movement in this game is oh my goodness, I'm dropping reload. It's always lovely to see. Fortunately, I can't do anything about that right now. So you're just gonna have to do the stream freezing a bit. Apologize. But so here we're going to make a new save. This is going to be our first glitch. This is known as prompt storage. Best way to pretty much. I don't think we ever give this like an official name. Pretty much. But we won't worry about that too much. Right here, this is known as blank save. How it works is, pretty much if we save between loading a game, it will basically give us a blank save. Oops, I could have actually skipped this fight, and I'm just an idiot. That's okay. We'll just do the fight anyway. It's fine. But with a blank save, we unlock all the we unlock all the elements, all of our abilities, everything. Downside is that we basically start anew. But since we're doing this from the beginning, it doesn't matter. So this is what is known as back in time. Basically, we can place, we can set set the position from one save from one save into a position of another save. Basically, you know how back in time works. So you kind of saw me like doing some slashes and stuff like that. That is known as a JDC, or long jump is another word, better term for it. That's the more common term nowadays we use. It used to be known as a jump attack dash cancel. And this right here, this is a save warp. Pretty much, a save warp is if you save between a load, the game will try to attempt to find a exit that has a similar name, and then we'll just kind of tell you. You can do that for pretty much most places. So I know what you're probably thinking, like, but slow, I need you to slow down. I can only comprehend so much. It's a lot to take in, even for myself. So I'm having trouble keeping up with like talking about everything. So if anything repeated, do not hesitate to ask. I will try to explain everything again. So I'm gonna do another save prompt. So if you save after a cutscene, you can gain control, and doing this allows us to skip over doing a bunch of intro stuff. It saves about like 15, 30 something like that. I don't remember exactly. It's not a lot. So this is just more tutorial stuff. We got probably time for a quick donation here. Just, like I said, just tutorial stuff. Like donations, plugins, anything like that. Right here we have our first boss. Anyone here a fan of One Punch Man? Do you have any One Punch Man out here? Nope.
I have seen it, but I do not want to talk about One Punch Man. I want to talk about the $1 donation that we got here from Helix that says that just wants to remind our viewers that there are a lot of naming incentives that really have no bids towards them. So if you want to just get your name in here, you can just throw a small donation like Helix just did and get yourself in the running.
So that right there, yeah, One Punch, the boss there. When we first got Shizuka, when we first found out we used that boss, and then we just were messing around and we just one punched him and saved like 1,000,000 years. It's pretty funny. So we're gonna just do a bit of long jumps here. If I stop failing them, that'd be great. Okay, that one was my fault. The thing, okay, so the thing is about long jumps is you have to make sure not to slash at the same time, or else you will not be able to get it. To get it basically the frame after you jump. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can. Fix these encoding overloads. There we go. What was it doing again? Oh no, wait. I can just take this. I got distracted trying to make sure I fix these encoding overloads. It's like, oh my goodness. Game is lagging for no reason here and messed me up. Here, let me just reset the room. Game is lagging for some reason. Because for some reason, the game and the game and OBS on my computer for some reason just don't want to mix. Oops. Have not figured out why. It's kind of what's been preventing me from doing actual runs. Your recent. So there's a very precise shot here. It is actually pixel perfect. And is being very trolly. Sometimes it just doesn't want to cooperate with you. Wow, that, like, I can, like, on PB attempts or anything like that, oops, I can usually get that, but usually when I'm in marathons, I just struggle with that shot for some reason. I do not know why. Oh, that didn't work. Let me reload that save. You have to make sure to the save well between the loads, or else the save warp does not work. So this is an example of what happens when there's not a save warp. When you save warp, are there? This is what. Sorry, we'll talk about that later. Right here, this is what's known as save warp stacking. So we're basically keeping a exit name from a previous name or previous room to basically get to find a shared name with another room. We use that. That's probably the only time we actually use that during any percent, if I remember correctly. But it is used quite a bit through all dungeons, though. I'm getting a tremendous amount of lag here. I'm not sure why. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, hopefully it should. Nope, it's still. Okay, well, it's a little bit better. Yeah, but for some reason, like I said, the game in OBS has just not been mixing well. Okay, so here we're gonna do another back in time. So this is to preserve our blank save. You wouldn't have realized it, but when we picked up that the neutral circuits, the neutral tree circuits there, it actually removed all of our elements. So to keep that, we have to back in time past it. But to back in time past it, we have to get a save after it. So we're gonna grab these and we're gonna go straight back over here real quick. And so here's what I was trying to explain before. So this is what happens if you save warp and there's not a name that it shares. It just goes to the default spot, and the default spot here happens to be a spot that goes straight into a chapter 9 area. So yeah, we're in an area we're not supposed to be into until chapter 9. So here we can actually buy some gear, some really late game gear, but we need money. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do what's known as the vendor glitch. And now this type of vendor glitch is known as infinite money glitch. We can essentially do this to the end of time, or until we have the max amount of money. Of course, we're not gonna do that because, you know, it's a speed run, so we gotta go fast. You know, like Sonic. But doing it with those is way too slow, because we need about 876,000 credits for what we need to buy. I'm probably gonna go with 900 just to be super safe, so I can buy a few durians too, just to be super safe. I shouldn't need them, but I'd rather not die. Though it is very hard to die in any percent due to the fact that we so Shizuka is a unit that has essentially level is gear is stats that match a level 64 plus a fully geared out level 64 character. Okay, can you please go down? Thank you. But she doesn't actually have equipment on, so basically like double statting her here, and she has insanely high stats now because of it. Oh my goodness, I forgot to buy something. Good thing I caught it. Oh my goodness, what is with this lag? And then spicy beer types, and we can buy like 11 of these and then 11 of these. There we go. So I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna like actually restart my game. See if maybe that might. Sometimes you can get a bad. Sometimes you can get a bad load with the game, and that could just be what's going on here. Because the game is definitely lagging a lot more than usual. Nope, I'm just getting crap ton of frame drops. What is going on with my OBS today? Oops. I'm trying to remove these so these will stop reading my there we go. Nope, that definitely didn't help it. Yeah, it's just OBS is I found out recently it is OBS that is causing this problem, but I can't figure out why. Oh, what am I doing? I need to do this. Okay. 1 second, guys. It seems to be that this is fixing it, so we're gonna make a. I apologize for all these small inconveniences here. This game is very hard to play when the frame rate wants to just play like absolute crap. Okay, I'm sorry. I think we're just gonna have to skip my run here. I can't get the game to run any better. I can't run this. I can't run with this. I apologize. I can't get it to run any better, and it's just not going to work. I apologize.
So
I apologize. Like I said, I can't. This usually isn't that big of a problem, but today it's just being especially just absolute. If you understood the run, like I actually cannot run with this amount of lag.
yeah, no, I get it. Technical difficulties happen. Yeah, I guess then we'll just throw it here to the intermission while we figure out what's going on. Give me a minute. Sorry we couldn't bring you Crosscode. I was actually really looking forward to seeing this.
Yeah, I apologize. I can't figure out why. It's not like it's something to do with OBS. Like I haven't figured out what it is. I can't. I've literally tried everything and I can't figure out what's going on, why it's acting up.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to keep poking around at it for a couple minutes, because we're gonna. I mean, we don't know what we're gonna do until time for the next run. And you get working, we can come back to it. But otherwise,
yeah, that frame. The frame rate here is just abysmal. I can't run with it.
Otherwise, then yeah, I will.
Yeah, and like I said, and like I mean, I run it. I play this without OBS on, and it runs completely fine. The minute I turn OBS on, it just goes into the dumpster. Just takes it.
Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of data, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive.
session right now.
Okay. We'll just let everyone know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I see it popped back up. So, yeah, he got it running again. So we're gonna go and head
at least
try to finish
bearable. I
Crosscode.
got it running to be more bearable at least. It's still not necessarily perfect. There's still a little hiccups here and there, but it's definitely bearable. Like right there, like. Anyway, so here what we're gonna do is it's known as seed shade skip. I can speak. Okay, what the heck? I don't know what happened there. I say that as a okay. What the? Why is it? There we go. Okay, that was really weird. Alright, so there's a whole like intro cutscene where we're supposed to like learn about the game and the world and all that fun stuff that we're in, but we just kind of skipped all over that. Skipped over it all by doing a save warp. Oop. So here now we're gonna do another save warp stack. This is going to get us into Autumn's Fall. Sorry, we were in Autumn's Rise. So this is like you're not supposed to be here until at least like I think it's like level. I need to kill these guys. Get some XP. We're not supposed to be here until we've completed like the second dungeon. So you can tell we're secrets rigging just a bit. So we're just killing these guys just for a little bit more XP. And now, so this is supposed to be the quest that's supposed to like teach us, or supposed to be like oh, not teach us, but it's supposed to be testing our power with our what we've learned with like fire and ice and stuff like that. This is known as, or just known as, some people might know as just as the Frabbit quest. It's pretty cool. It's very chill point in the run, until you get to the boss. The boss can be, at least when you're trying to go for good times, can be a little annoying. This is probably the biggest downtime we have in the entire run, because after this we're pretty much going to be doing the raids, which is another down point basically. That part's so easy. Get over here, you jerk. Oop, okay, that was my fault. Okay, there's literally no excuse to miss that jump. That jump is so free with Shizuka. I do not know how I missed that. Okay, so this is the disagreeable switch jump. So funny story about this is, I mean, this has been known. It didn't really have a name, but we jokingly call it the disagreeable switch jump because the switch that you have to hit up there, I kept saying I disagree because I kept missing it. So we just jokingly call it the disagreeable switch jump. Okay. So okay. Bit of a lag spike there. That's okay. So here, got a few more puzzles, a few more. So the game. This basically it's an action RPG that's also kind of subcategorizes as a puzzle game basically too, because there's a ton of puzzles in this game. So if you're just a guy that likes to do a lot of puzzles, but you also want to play an RPG, this game is fantastic. 100% recommend anyone to pick this game up. This game is a great game. It's fun. It's enjoyable. The speedrun is great too. Also, for some reason, Shizuka gets a ponytail when she's pulling blocks. Don't ask me why. We're gonna. Oh, okay. I have no idea what I was doing there. Not sure why. Watch me over there. So we're gonna hit the switch, and then we're gonna come back over here. That's gonna save us a little bit of backtracking. So that is like one of the 3 abilities that Shizuka has in the entire game. It is a very beefed up spiral dance, or spiral. But Shizuka pretty much has no abilities whatsoever, pretty much. Trying to grab that. Oh my god, thank god I hit the switch. I've never done that before. That was hilarious. That was hilariously bad. Okay, so we're gonna... Oop. Oh my goodness, I messed that up. Okay, that's a very easy one-shot kill. I'm just bad. I am just very bad. Oh my god, die already. Jesus Christ, thank you. Okay, I am really bad at this video game, so that's fine. Oh, that's right, I have the landmarks off. I'm like, so I just have to assume I grabbed it. Oh. Gotta turn this back on at some point. Alright, so, and that was the front request. So now we're ending. We're getting near the end of the game, or at least to the final dungeon. Oh, whoops! I was not supposed to do what I just did. Oops. I was mashing. I wasn't paying attention. Where am I? Where's that? Where's this leaving? Actually, that's fine. Actually. Know what I'm talking? Like, it's a minor time loss, but it's fine. What I did is fine. Took me a second to think about it, but yeah, it's fine what I did. Actually, I want to make a save here real quick for later, so I don't save over it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I had to make sure I said no to that one, or else we would have crashed the game. The game would just put in a crash state. So now we're gonna go join a guild. Seems, you know, we just finished Frobit Quest. We're looking, we're looking pretty good. So why don't we go ahead and just join a guild. Maybe they're gonna be doing like a raid or something. Who knows? It's pretty exciting. But yeah, we're gonna go over here. This nice load time. So now we're gonna get ready for a raid here. So like my assumption was correct. It's like I speedrun this game or something. So super difficult puzzle there. Just gonna bop him for fun. Totally unnecessary. Just want to do it. What the heck's that? That's weird. There we go. Something? I honestly could not tell you. Because I cannot see it, so I cannot tell you what is going on. Here's another real chill point of the run. It's probably just my OBS being dumb. Alright, so here we have to kill the colored blocks that they pretty much tell us. These are always set, they're never random. What's going on, Danny? Alright, now we just wait. Finger quick. I believe Finger Cook is up next. I was the run before him. We were going to skip mine, but I got it working for the most part, so decided to go ahead and continue with mine. Oops, I started the wrong blocks. That's fine. That's okay. My run should be done here soon. Then you guys can enjoy the crackdown. Hope you guys are excited. This run has been very awkward for me so far, but that's fine. Yeah, as you can see, we have a pretty high defense, or pretty high stats for the area we're in, so that's kind of why we're just like trampling over everything. Oh, come on, get out of my way. Seahorse. Alright. So, interesting thing about the next area that we're going to be going to. The next area is kind of like the mid-game area of the game. But fun fact is that it's also the end game area of the game. Oh, it's not these guys. Oops, I messed it up. That's fine. So, so to get to the mid-game area, all we gotta do all we gotta do is complete this raid. Pretty simple, right? I think so. So we want for this fight is different. This fight, we're calling the shots on which blocks to kill. So I need these two alive. So before I was just like I wasn't needing them alive, so I didn't care if they got killed or not. But now I do care if they die, because if they're dead, like okay, so our main character's a mute, or at least for the most part is a mute. So she can't really talk. So she needs the other ones to call out which blocks we're going for. So if they're dead, I have to wait for them to respawn to call out which blocks we're killing, essentially. That's the raid. So we want to stand right here, because when we do this jump, it's going to pop us right up there and save us a little bit of time. This is a little minor, like, optimization. So coming up, this is the toughest boss, dude. He's got 16 health bars. He's a really tough boss. So, all right, it's extremely tough. Extremely tough. Very tough boss. See, the joke is we're actually the boss, Kappa. So, the game here, like, all it does is it just sees if you initiate the fight. It doesn't, so you don't actually have to do the fight here. You don't actually have to do that fight right there. So if you just have to, the game just tries to see if your HP hits 0. If your HP hits 0, then the fight automatically goes to the end of the phase, and you just go to the point where he'll try and hit you. And basically, you can keep going with it over and over until for as many times as you like, but eventually he does have to hit you, or else the game won't continue. So here we're gonna do another save warp stack. This is gonna be the last one of the game. There's one more we can do, but it doesn't really save that much time, and it's pointless. But this skips straight into this essentially skips straight into it skips into Marine Tower 1. So the game essentially just checks to see if you have gone into the tower the first time, and if you exit after you've entered the tower the first time, you go in the second time, we're dropped into chapter 10, and this is the final dungeon of the game. Oh no! I can almost go. Oh my God! Where the fuck? Why are you running? Like, Jesus Christ! He just keeps going, dude. He just kept going. You're just the Energizer Bunny, dude. Yeah, Shizuka saves a lot of time in this game, or at least in this category. So here we're gonna do a bit of menuing. I don't have to do that. Oops, that's fine. So as I stated before, she doesn't have any skills, so we're just essentially just statting her up with as much offensive circuits as we possibly can. The more we can get, the better. That is essentially the idea here. Brawler is obviously better because Brawler. So what Brawler does is it gives you more damage to your melee. Is this one? Yes, it is. It gives more damage to your melee, so come on. And melee, as you've seen, is pretty much our main source of damage. So Brawler is pretty good. That's also why spicy beat-out types are essentially the go-to item for buff items. So what we're gonna do, this is what's called double dipping. Okay, well, as soon as this guy wants to stop being rude. So this is to basically skip over one whole phase, essentially. Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to, I hit up and it read left, whatever. That's fine. So here we're going to do a save warp stack. This is to skip over this puzzle room from here. Oop. And then same thing here. So for some reason, the fire turret is the only turret that does not have the door open. The rest of the turrets we can literally just skip. Here we have a little boss fight here. I'm just gonna. Okay, that was a bit of a lag moment there. That's fine. So, fun fact. This rhino is actually weak to fire. And he's dead. That actually used to be like that is actually used to be one of the toughest fights in Mini Percent right there. That fight right there. So, yeah, that just shows you the power of Shizuka and how just absolutely broken she is. Pretty much having blank save is what's pretty much allowed us to be able to use Shizuka. Oops. So we're gonna do some more save warps here. Oh, okay. Apparently we're also going to drop in just get a lag input, or the game's just going to lag on me while I'm trying to go down. So it just dropped, it ends up losing me time because of that. Believe it or not, that was actually really hard. That part there is very, very, very tough. What I just did there. So here we're going to do another double dipping strat here. Yeah, stun locking enemies there is a lot tougher than people would probably actually realize in this game. Because it's like one dropped input and you just lose it. Actually, I can just take these hits. That's just how stupidly powerful I am right now. So we're going to use the power of double dipping to just get through these bosses very quickly. So this is essentially just refights here, essentially. You fight all of these throughout the whole time, and then you come in, and then they just kind of get brought in all at once, and for one big mid boss. But because of the power of double dipping, we're able to just kind of skip over that. Actually, it saves a tremendous amount of time. It's one of the biggest time saves in the run. So here, I agree with Sergey here. Gotham, you've got to be kidding. This is the biggest puzzle in the entire game. It's very cool when you pull it off correctly. Hit. Ooh, that was close. That was super clutch. Yeah, for casuals, this is probably one of the most frustrating parts of the run, because if you mess this up once, you're done. Alright, we got it first try. That's pretty good. Like, you have to start from square one if you mess that up at any time. So this is the final gauntlet. This is just a whole barrage of just a bunch of enemies, but just before the final boss. It's just a mixture of all the enemies that we fought, and so we've already fought so far. There's a bit of bad RNG there. That's fine. The old, yeah, the older route, that would have been terrible. Getting that. Oh, I messed up. Okay, see see, this right here is the entire reason why it's actually. This one is not as bad because, like, even after you kill him, you still have to kill the. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Really? Whatever. At least after this I can just kill him. This big attack. And I can kill this guy. There you go. Okay. And last menu before the final boss. What do I want? I want this. No, we'll just take this out for safety. This, I guess. I don't really know what else to bring up. This. Do I have enough of this? I'm not one short. Unlucky. Yeah, you pretty much hit, you hit, like, with the spicy BO types, you hit pretty much 800 attack by the final menu. We just kind of, like, melt this boss because of that. Oh, okay, he knocked me off. That's unfortunate. One, two. Buckle my shoe. Okay. So essentially, he'll get he'll go a certain color. You know, each one for all one of the 4 elements. You basically have to hit it with the opposite element, essentially, and then it breaks the shield. So, for example, this one is ice, so we hit him with ice. Okay, I definitely need to get off of this. It's because my werewolf stick wear out. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna shoot him a little bit here to get our. That's something I didn't talk about was elemental overloads. So you have the as you use the element, you'll be using what's known as your balance. If your the little diamond there fills up, you'll go into what's known as an elemental overload, and you will not be able to use elements until it's completely depleted. As you can, and especially for this fight, that's very no bueno. So that was really unlucky. Alright, so this phase is going slightly slow. Just also because this phase is also going slow because I'm bad, but that's fine. 1, 2, space be the type. Alright, for the turn phases, he'll always face the opposite direction of you. I literally said that as he didn't do that for me this one time. Okay, can you please turn on? Nice, thank you. Be great. Oh my, okay, I was about to say. You prevailed. Okay. Dang it. Almost broken. Oop, he knocked me off. That's fine. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. All right. Almost out of phase 1 here. Okay, so this is going to be a big laser phase here coming up. We're just going to eat a durian. Just to make sure that we survive it. But we should survive it. I just face take this for fun. There's like actually no reason to just dodge it at all. I just face take it for fun. Just because I can. So this is the phase. This is the second phase. Second phase here is okay. He gave me good RNG. He can either do this or he can do the shooting phase. In the neutral phase, you want him to do the. This is the only time that can happen is in the neutral phase. All the other elements he cannot. He will not do that. He will always start off with this little shooter phase here, and every single one of them, and then he'll go straight into a punch phase, or melee phase, however you want to say it. That's fine. We'll buff up here. Okay, I screwed up there. Okay, hopefully I can still break him here. There we go. Just barely. Easy though. Sure, it's an estimate. I mean, it's because we had some technical difficulties and then we just kept the timer running and we were just like, ah, screw it. Who cares? This is actually a pretty good run. If it wasn't for the technical difficulties, this might have had a good chance of PBing. I did not realize I was on fire still. Alright, so he's gonna always do like these attacks like this every single time. Oop, come on. Oh, come on, dude. Like, for some reason I couldn't get her to stay still. Whatever. Alright, there are some new strats here that we can do, but I haven't practiced them, and if you mess up, you will soft lock, so I'm not going to bother with them. Oh, how did I stand? There we go. I'll probably go for it on the last one because you like the chances of soft locking are actually 0 chances. Like you have 0 chances of actually soft locking that on the final phase. Plus, if I get it, it'll save a shit ton of time. Oh, sorry for my language. Okay, so the idea of it is here is that you basically break him. You break him before he can go into his next powered up stage. That's at least the thought. That's at least the thought process here. You can pull it off. Great. If we can't, you know, whatever. We get to watch cool, flashy animations. Keepo. Okay, I didn't break him somehow. That might be too low. We'll find out. Oop. So I got bad RNG here. You want him to use the fist phase. You did not. Feels bad, man. Yeah, this is... Yep, that was definitely... I put him way too low. That's fine. So yeah, we're just gonna have to watch this phase. It's fine. I put him way too low. So for the final phase, he does this big, huge attack. He will do at least 3 attacks per one of these here. So and then once he goes through all those, he's gonna do this one big final attack with all 4 of them. And okay, so time is coming up. Time will be on when I hit him, when I get the final hit and his HP goes to 0. Time.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. But as a good man once said, and thus the experience is over. Again, thank you guys so much for coming out and checking us out. The incentive for Crash the game did get met, so we'll just go ahead and jump straight into it. So, I'm gonna show off one of them here. Where is it? This one?
Yeah, we're just running a little bit behind, so we'll just show off like 1 or 2, and then we'll...
Yeah, well, there's only like really 1 or 2 to show off. Yeah. So this is a funny one. So the game attempts to try and play this cutscene, but you lack a certain party member in the game, so it just crashes. So here's one crash you can do. Oh. Okay, that didn't work as well. Apparently they fixed that one in the current patches. Older patches that would crash the game. But there is one that we can do here. There's at least one I can show off, but it looks like the other ones they have patched out. There you go. Fortunately, the game I forgot to recrop it one from before. My apologies. No one told me. Oh.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna move along here.
It's fine. Again, thank you guys so much for checking out. Sorry, sorry, we went a little bit over because of the.
Yeah, you know, things happen. Marathons. We'll have a short intermission. The next runner's good to go. I should be able to set him up pretty quickly here, and we'll get started with Crackdown 3.